Welcome today for this Learn Flute podcast, episode 10.
Learning to play the flute will put you in a good mood for the rest of the day because the flute is the most cool, the most fun, the most beautiful of all instruments in the whole world. We're here to tell you you can do it, and Rebecca will show you how, step by step all along the way. She's a curly-headed blonde with a talent for teaching. Introducing the Learn Flute podcast. Take it away, Rebecca.
Well, hello. I'm Rebecca Fuller, the expert at LearnFluteOnline.com, where I show you lesson after lesson on how to play the flute and become really, really good at it. Now, there's a time in every musician's life when they feel like they've been giving it their all and they just really want to figure out how to be even better. It happens to everyone, and today I will be helping you get to that next level. Now, it seems that flute players especially have an extra bone or maybe a sixth sense or something that makes them always strive to be better. We just can't seem to help it. It's in our nature. Now, this is really good because flutists tend to excel in many different subjects for their whole entire life long. Can you see that? Maybe out of the flute players that you know? Well, in fact, did you know that more music majors are accepted to medical school than any other major? I find that kind of interesting. It takes precision and dedication to get to a high level, but there's also so much satisfaction and enjoyment about learning this instrument that I can totally understand why we like it so much. Now, I'd like to reach out right now through podcast land and get the sense that you who are listening are probably a new musician, or you've been playing for a while or transferred instruments and just want to figure out how to get even better, right? Well, let's learn some tricks for getting that even better musician out of its shell with these 3 hints that will help to hurdle yourself over into the next level of musicianship. Now, first of all, we talked about this in a little more detail in the last episode. That would have been episode 9. So if you missed it, you should either go back in your podcast app or onto my website to take a listen. I think you'll get some really valuable information you can use. Here's the number 1 help you can give yourself, and that is to really make it a goal to find a regular time to practice your flute every single day. I can't even stress this enough. Now, I've been through nearly 30 years of helping people play the flute, and I know it's 100% true that those who've excelled the most have been those who actually make and stick to a regular practice schedule. Think of it this way. If a person wants to get in shape or even become an athlete of one type or another, they just can't wish it to happen, right? No, not at all. There's a fair amount of gumption that happens that really helps get the person to the gym or to the practice field where a schedule is set and there's a coach helping that person along their journey. Well, I'm here to tell you that learning to play the flute on a higher level is no different than this wannabe athlete. Now, I myself have been a runner for many years, and I know for certain that it takes putting on my shoes and lacing them up and actually walking out the door to get my workout in. And once I start, I am always glad I went. Pulling my shiny flute out and running through my tone studies and scales is a lot like lacing up those running shoes and getting myself down the driveway. After that, it's a piece of cake. I also know that over the years, I've had to get really creative with my schedule. I've utilized pretty much all of the neighborhood kids as babysitters, and I always turn my phone off when I'm ready to practice. If I don't do these things, it seems that about 3 minutes into a session, I'm interrupted and the air's been totally let out of my practice tire. Now let's move on to number 2 in this episode, where we're going to talk about practicing smarter instead of harder. There are so many people who contact me and say things like, well, if I practice 6 hours a day, will I be able to join the London Symphony next fall? Well, perhaps, but probably not. Most people think that learning to play an instrument like the flute is more to do with learning longer and faster songs than anything. So they just assume that spending more and more time on these example 5-page pieces will get them there and where they want to go. Sorry, but it's just not so. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Learning the proper techniques and practicing them at the appropriate time for your learning ability is the most important thing you can do ever for your ability to play. Now, if you find yourself stuck on a certain level, then you're a prime candidate for some expert help, and I would love to be that expert for you. Just get yourself over to learnfluteonline.com and come into the membership area where you'll find that I show you all of these skills I'm talking about. I really do feel it'll basically catapult your level upwards from where you are now. The very last idea I'll give you today is that once you find yourself playing solidly on a certain level, you can find a ton of enjoyment in your playing by tootling around with pieces way below your level. Now, I'm talking go clear back to hot cross buns if you need to. That's because that is where you can relax and show off a little bit to your friends, family, or your neighbors. Your pets will also be impressed because you'll be fluting it out with confidence and ease. Now, don't get caught up in trying to set up complicated performances for a long time, because it's best to stay in a non-competitive environment for a lot of months and years even. And I guess I should mention here that playing for your pet is one of the best ways to start your performance career. Of course, there are many, many other ways to take your playing to a new level, but we need to start somewhere. And just the fact that you showed up today for this recording lets me and you know that you are right on track. I'm excited for your enthusiasm for this instrument flute, and I also can't wait to see you at your next lesson on the Learn Flute Online website, where I, Rebecca Fuller, will show you even more. And as always, please leave your comments, questions, and thoughts over on the show notes page at learnfluteonline.com/episode 010, because this is episode 10. It'll be under /010. See you on the next episode. Take care now.
Thanks for listening today. Remember that this is where people of all ages, such as you, can come, learn, and play the musical instrument flute in an easy-to-follow, organized manner, and in the privacy and comfort of your own home, on your own schedule.